Hey guys, I got a new video for you today, and we're going to be taking a look at a light that I've been checking out for a couple of weeks now. This is from Thrunite, and they reached out to me and asked if I'd be interested in checking out this particular flashlight. And because I kind of gravitate towards smaller carry flashlights, smaller carry knives, I like to keep my gear very minimal, very lightweight. I asked them to go ahead and send it out, and like I said, I've been rocking it in my EDC for a couple of weeks now, and I think it's a really awesome option, especially if you're looking for something small, something that has a bunch of outputs that are very useful, but also that it's not going to break the bank. So you're going to get a really good light for a really good price. So this is the Thrunite W1, and this is, if you've never seen a Thrunite product, they generally come in these cardboard box. I like the fact that, you know, they just keep it simple. They give you some information on the side right here. So as you can see, this is the W1 model. This one is in the black color, but it's also available in the blue color and in the army green color, and it's also available in two different types of output. You have a cool white and the neutral white. So cool white's going to be that kind of more white output on the flashlight, and then the neutral white is going to be more of a yellowish output. For the purposes of this video, I actually have one of my overhead lights in the neutral white, and then some of the other ones in the cool white. I don't know if that's making a big difference, but I figured I'd try it out. The cool thing about the neutral white is that it's supposed to render colors a lot more true to what they are. So if you're in a type of profession where you need to make sure that the colors that you're looking at, so maybe like an electrician that's looking at a different color wires and stuff like that, then I would recommend going with the neutral white, versus if you just want some really bright white light out there, then the cool white is the way to go. So let's go ahead and open up the box. And right at the top here, you do have a user manual. I always recommend that you read through your user manuals, because especially with lights that have a lot of different modes and stuff like that, it's going to be very useful for you. So I'll give you a quick glimpse at it. If you guys want to pause the video and check out the different information there, you can go ahead and you do that. But you can see right here from the user manual that this light actually has a lot of different modes. So you have a firefly mode, low, medium, high, turbo, and then even a strobe mode as well. So again, this is a small flashlight, so you're going to get more of a floodlight as opposed to a thrower. So it's not going to throw out there that far, but for EDC purposes, it is a great light. So you can see that the max output on the turbo is 693 lumens. And then that is good for 75 seconds, and then it actually ramps down to 231 lumens, which is still pretty respectable as far as lumen output goes, and that's good for 74 minutes. So really awesome that this little flashlight does have a lot of those different modes in it. You've got some packaging there, and then inside you do have a USB-C cable. Sorry, not USB-C. This is actually micro USB. So again, you know, a lot of us in the EDC community are kind of gravitating towards trying to see if all of our gear can be with one particular charger. So I almost wish that this would have come with a USB-C, but alas, you still have the micro USB. But the fact that it is rechargeable is still good. So you have your charging cable there, and then you have a little accessory bag here, a couple of O-rings, and then a spare door for your charging port. And then the light itself. Set this off to the side. You do have it in this little bag. Now, if you purchase a lot of flashlights and stuff like that, you know that a lot of companies, what they're doing now is they're actually putting a little like plastic film so that the battery doesn't make contact with the head of the flashlight. What Thrunite does, and they tell you in this little notice here, is that they don't completely screw down the head of the flashlight. So this tells you, you know, please screw down the light head and tail cap tightly before use and charge. So again, you know, foregoing the little plastic thing, they just not screw the head all the way down. But before we get to that, let's go ahead and take a look at the battery here. So this is a Thrunite branded battery. It's 650 milliamps. It's a 16340 37 volt battery. So that's cool that they do include that in there. We'll toss that back in there, and we will drop the head. All right, good thing is that these flashlights are very resilient, so you don't have to worry about that. So we'll go ahead and tighten that back up, and then let's go ahead and remove the little notice here. First things first, I do want to check. I'm not exactly sure if this particular one has a magnetic tail cap, and yes, it does. So that is really awesome, especially in these kind of smaller, pocketable EDC flashlights. It's always good to have that option because if you wanted to go completely hands-free, you can go ahead and attach that to a metal surface and do what it is that you need to do and not have to worry about holding onto the flashlight itself. So working our way from the back to the front, again, a magnetic tail cap. You do have your reverse S clip. So this is nice clip. It's almost the full size of the body of the flashlight. It is nice and sturdy. It is removable. If you wanted to go ahead and remove that, you can. If you wanted to kind of just drop this into your pants pocket or something like that, you can go ahead and do that. If not, you can just put it back in there. But the reason for the reverse clip is because you can go ahead and clip this into your pocket that way. You can actually clip it into your pocket the other way. But the actual purpose of that is if you wanted to attach the flashlight to the brim of a hat, like a baseball cap or something like that, and again, go hands-free, this will give you the ability to be able to do that, which is really nice. You do have some nice ribs here on the body of the flashlight. Again, because it's such a small flashlight, you do want a little bit more grip on this to be able to hold on to it if you have to. You have your charging port right there, again via micro USB, which is right there, and then you have your switch right here, which is going to turn the light on, turn it off, and then cycle through the different modes. Taking a look at the head of the flashlight there, you do have an orange peel reflector, and then what that does is it's going to give you more of a flood light as opposed to if it was completely not orange peel, but smooth reflector. That'll allow the light to kind of shoot out there a little bit more, and then you have your little LED right in the front right there. So as you guys can see, the flashlight here in my hand, it is very, very small. We'll take a look with our little gauge here. It's about 2.5 inches, a little over 2.5 inches long. So again, it's a very small flashlight, very easy to carry with you in a pocket if you had to. And again, I love it because I like to keep my EDC very small, very lightweight. I carry so much gear that wherever I can cut down on weight and size, I always look for in that. And Thrunite does a really awesome job with keeping their small flashlights with a lot of different modes, which is what you'll find here in the W1. Again, there's the branding Thrunite W1. So with your switch right here, if you press it one time, the light will come on, and it does have a memory. So besides turbo, strobe, and firefly, if you were to go through low, medium, or high and turn the light off, right now it is in low, turn it off, a couple seconds, turn it back on, it will come back on in that particular mode. Now to cycle through the modes, again, low, medium, and high, just press and hold the button there and you'll start cycling through the modes. So there's low, there's medium, and there's high, back to low, back to medium, back to high, and then I will stop at medium right there. I'll go ahead and turn the light off. When I turn it back on, it's going to come back on in medium as well. Now in order to get to your turbo, you're going to go ahead and double click the button there. So if you press it twice, that's going to give you your turbo output. Again, that is 693 lumens, good for 75 seconds. Again, more than enough light for the majority of EDC tasks. This little flashlight is going to be able to handle whatever you throw at it. If you do press the button, it'll turn off. But again, if you turn it on, it will come back on in whatever mode you left last, in low, medium, or high. To get to strobe warning, you're going to click the button 3 times, 1, 2, 3, and there is your strobe. So again, that is 168 lumens. Yeah, 168 lumens for 200 minutes. Again, this is good to attract attention, to disorient somebody if you had to use that for that purpose. You can go ahead and use that. So again, really nice feature in a small little flashlight here. Now the last mode is going to be your firefly mode. If you go ahead and press and hold the button, it'll actually go into firefly. Firefly is actually 0.5 lumens, so I can actually point this at the camera and not wash it out like what would happen if I were to have it in a brighter setting. So again, 0.5 lumens, and that's going to be good for 13 days. So this is good if you just want to preserve the battery, but you need a little bit of light. Maybe you're going camping and you want to light up the inside of the tent. There it is. I turned it off. I'll go ahead and show you guys. I'll turn it back on, press and hold. And there it is. There it turns on. So again, this is just enough light to light up just right directly in front of you. So if you're maybe reading a book or something like that, you don't want to disturb anybody, you can go ahead and use that and then press and it will turn off. So the light is also, the switch is also going to have a small LED in there, which will give you the charging status. And as you can see from your manual here, your user manual, the indicator says if it's flashing red, you have anywhere from 1 to 10%. If it's solid red, 11 to 20%. And then if it's blue, it'll be 21 to 100%. So that's really good. Again, if it's blue, you know you can go all the way down to 21%. And then if it's red, it'll be between 11 and 20. So what you're going to want to see is always see the blue in there. So when you plug this up to charge, you'll be able to see how much, based on those colors, how much battery or capacity you have, power capacity on there. So the W1 here from Thrunite is a great EDC flashlight. I think if you're looking for something, again, lightweight, easy to carry, small, something that you can pocket very friendly, or even throw it in, in your hands, carry it around. You do have a lanyard hole in the back right here, so it's built into the tail cap. You guys can see right there, the little hole. So if you wanted to throw a small lanyard on there, maybe to wear it around your wrist, you can also do that. Or maybe just to have a little bit something more to hold on to. I would recommend doing that as well. But the pocket clip works really well, especially in that reverse S position. And then the fact that you do have the magnetic tail cap here, I use that all the time. So I gravitate towards flashlights that actually do have that. And I like the fact that the W1 did include that. So there it is, just a look at the really good EDC flashlight from Thrunite, which is the W1. I'll leave a link below in case you guys are interested in checking out this model or any of their other models. Again, this model is available in a couple of different colors. So if you're looking for something to kind of accessorize with your EDC, I would definitely recommend that you check it out because they are at a very affordable price range for what you're getting. As you see with all those different modes, I think you can't go wrong with the W1 here. So there it is. Let me know if you guys have any questions. Thanks.